Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I have been so lazy lately. I have had no energy lately. The only thing I've been doing is getting bumper stickers mailed out. I slept all day yesterday, on and off all day. Me and my cartoons. We're getting the truth out. We are getting the truth out. Good morning, Amy. So nice to see you. Grand rising to you also. You know, when we start getting the truth out, they start throwing the enemy at us. People and the haters making their stupid comments of disbelief. Yeah. Do they really know how big my story is, how it affects their lives each and every day? I really don't think they do. They probably haven't heard my story and what it's all about. They just spin the hate. And I'm here to vent, people. I love venting. I love sharing my videos and getting some truth out. Getting all kinds of pop-ups coming up on here from Facebook, TikTok, and all that stuff. Yeah, I got a wonderful comment today. Oh, good morning, Christy. And there's Darlene. Nice to have you Lions on board this morning. It really is. It is so comforting. There was a post exposing George Onassis, the John the whole world knew. There was a post this morning, I believe it was on Facebook, and somebody made this comment, and I got to be careful. You know, I have learned to control myself and just kind of not like comment and be rude back to people. But you know, when you see a rude comment for me to tell somebody to fuck themselves, you know it's got to me, because that's not me. That's usually I just sit back and not say anything. So I gotta remind myself, because I get so many hate messages. I get so fed up with the bullshit, and sometimes I just say, hey, the only bullshit around here is you, to the haters. Yeah. The comment was because somebody made a video or a post of exposing that I'm the real one and all the other was just fake bullshit to steal money and power from the Kennedy family. And somebody said, well, John was so loved all around the world. Nobody's ever going to believe you. Even if it's true, they're not going to believe you. And I had to make a comment. I went, really? It's already happening. We're already building an army of lions with tongues like swords to get the truth out and expose these evil freaking rats that we have running our government, running a show, brainwashing us with their lies and their bullshit. Wonderful video to go see, because they Cabal put it right in your face. They really do. Black Sabbath, War Pigs. Watch the video. Ozzy Osbourne was showing you. And actually, it wasn't Ozzy. It's the producers and things that run Ozzy made that video and share it, what they do to Americans, how they put them on an assembly line and brainwash them. It's all work. It's all work. If you don't work, you end up dead. That's how it is. Good morning. Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you all so very much for your love and your support and your kind words. It keeps me going. It really, really does. I don't know if any of you realize how freaking stressful this shit is on me with all the bullshit that goes around and sharing my story. So when I hear a comment and of encouragement and a love and a little heart, it keeps me going. It keeps me going because I got to be honest. There's days I want to just say, fuck it. I want to get on the bike. I want to go somewhere. I want to grab a fishing pole. I want to grab my rifle. I just want to go sit in the woods and forget it all. But I can't. I can't do that. There's a voice in my head saying, just get the fuck away from all this nonsense, all this bullshit, all the hate, trying to save the world and expose these criminals to the world and what all it comes with it. But I can't. I can't. I actually, I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched part of it and then something came up. I probably got a phone call or something. But I actually flew on that jet. I was actually on that jet with Elvis. Maybe I'll get some more time to finish watching that. But I knew Elvis Presley. I knew how the cabal had their arms wrapped around Elvis, like they do all entertainers. And yeah, I could tell you some stories about Elvis. Well, Elvis Presley's in my book with the heater suit. They conned Elvis Presley out of $5,000 for a ridiculous heater suit. And I don't know if he ever patented that. But the picture of me on the back of Elvis's trike, you can clearly see there's a cone on the top of his hoodie. That cone goes all the way down to the motor. It was designed for the heat from the trike to put a fan and blow heat into your suit. How wonderful, but it looked ridiculous. I don't know if it was a prototype or what, but they could do better than that. Now they probably have electric heater suits and all that. But Elvis Presley paid somebody $5,000 to invent that. I don't know who it was or what it was. I just remember I was there. And I can share the story with you. He paid someone $5,000 to invent that ridiculous suit on his trike where he's got a cone on his freaking head, and you can see it goes down and behind me where I'm sitting. And that's exactly what that was. If you look at the picture in my book, you can clearly see once you know what I'm telling you. But yes, a lot of that is done so they could spend Elvis Presley's money. Yeah, I think I shared the story of me meeting Elvis Presley's son, thinking he was going to get a big chunk of money. And because him and his mother had an affair, him and his mother, they could have, I don't know, but his mother had an affair or whatever with Elvis Presley. They had a child. This guy thought his room was a shrine of Elvis records. He told me that story. I went over to his house and I seen that shrine to Elvis, all those records, so many records covered the walls, were hanging on strings from the ceiling. And he was telling me his father was Elvis. Well, he told me that story. And I never saw that man again, ever again. And that's the cabal, how they work. Now, did they come in there and unalive the whole family so he would not get any of Elvis's mafia money? Very well could have been. Maybe they paid him off and they just disappeared with a big chunk of money. I don't know. I really don't. But I never saw that kid again after he showed me his room. He never went back to school. Yeah, they disappeared, and actually a Hollywood movie star moved into their home. It's funny how they can cover things up when a family disappears by adding somebody famous in that house. Yeah, I know a lot of secrets about what they do and how they work. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. I've been mailing out. I think I mailed out 20 envelopes of bumper stickers yesterday. What was yesterday? Tuesday. Yeah. I mailed out some packages. I suck as a secretary, people. I really, really do. And then when I get busy and I'm stuffing envelopes, 20 of them a day, I can remember. But what I'm trying to say is if you don't get your bumper stickers, if you ask for your bumper stickers, message me and say, hey, John, I didn't get your package. You said you were going to send me a bumper stickers. Brenda Price just put on here my P.O. box. If you would like to help share the truth and get the truth out to the world, help support me, we're just a share away. We are. You can write me with a put 2 stamps on an envelope. 2 of those forever stamps on a business envelope. These aren't that big. They'll fit in a business envelope. This size right there. That size envelope, they'll fit. Here, I'll cover this crap up. They'll fit in there. So if you send me a letter and you put 2 stamps on one of those at my address that Brenda just shared on here, I'll send you a handful of bumper stickers. And you can help with the cause on getting the truth out. It really, really helps. TheQuietJourney.tv, there's a link. And that link goes to both books. You can also share the thing on your Facebook. You can buy a shirt. You can buy a hoodie. And with that said, the proceeds go to me. So I can pay my internet bill. So I can put gas in my car. So I can buy stamps and that kind of stuff. It really helps big time. I was just gifted a bunch of these. This right here is 2X. And I think I saved 6 of them for myself. So if you see me wearing one of these every single day, you'll know that I'm just not a scumbag. I actually have a few of them. And on the back, how the real JFK Jr. was erased, replaced, and forgotten until now. These are freaking awesome shirts. And Robin got a couple, and I got more than Robin. But anyway, we can be twinsies when we go out and around town handing out bumper stickers, and people will say, what's the quiet journey? And I will say it's the biggest cover up the media doesn't want you to know. In this century, they're going out of their way to cover me up. I am the son of our former president. I am the son of our former first lady. And they don't tell you the whole truth. Everybody saw my father assassinated. They don't tell you the truth about the other things of my other family members, what happened to them, the torture our Secret Service puts them through, and the strong arm tactics, the kidnapping, and extortion. It's crazy. It's crazy what our government does. And I'm exposing. I'm the biggest whistleblower there is. And they don't want my story out. See, here's what they do. And I'm pretty sure this is just a very, very good guess. You know, when you're on your phone and you type in pizza joint, right? You just search pizza joint. You're looking for a pizza joint. Next thing you know, everything you see on here is about pizza. Same way on your computer. You type something in, dog food, for instance. You're going to be seeing pop-ups. And what's crazy is on Facebook right now, all I see is roach poison. Things to kill roaches. Every other single post is roaches. It's fucking crazy. Well, here's what they do. Here's what they've been doing to me, I believe. They get you supporters that share. They have these supercomputers that do that. So if you type in pizza on your phone, you're going to get Domino's and all these other pizza joints, from Pizza Hut to Papa John's to whatever, it's going to come up on your phone. They're using it against us, the same technology. So you lions share a post. It keeps us in a bubble. They purposely keep us in that bubble. So anybody that mentions JFK Jr. automatically gets collected, and it all goes to us and not outside the bubble. They hinder us. That's why we can't get, the videos get 5,000 views. My subscribers are at 5,000. Same on Facebook. TikTok's a little different. They just simply remove your account. But they keep us in this bubble for mentioning the real John Kennedy Jr. They keep us in the bubble for mentioning stolen identity. So that's why these bumper stickers are such a wonderful idea. We need more people in that bubble till we get that bubble full of everybody in the world. That's my dream. That's my goal, to get the truth out to everybody, even though they hinder us. Even though they hinder us. They won't mention our story on the news. When you get your bumper stickers, there's plenty of places you can take them to. You could take them to the front of the FBI. It's not a law against to go to the FBI and hand a federal agent one of these bumper stickers. That's not against the law. It's not. Let them see the quietjourney.tv and what's being covered up. Go to your local news station. Hand them this. There's plenty of places we can bust their bubble, kick them in the balls, right where, it hurts. Oh, thank you, Brenda. They just upgraded. Oh, and Sue's supposed to hit me up this morning for a chat. Sue Greenwald, the Awakened Stories. Yeah, share that. Me and Sue might get together this morning. But they upgraded my website where you can get the beautiful pendant. You can read all about it. There's links to both books. It tells my life story. New pictures pop up all the time, and they post them on my website. They share it. They haven't want my story out, and now it's getting out, but the real John F. Kennedy Jr.com. They have a link to the Quiet Journey now. They upgraded, so you can go to the real John F. Kennedy Jr.com, and it'll take you anywhere your little heart desires. And you can help us out by getting a wonderful pendant. These are going to be collector's items. There was only 1,000 of them. They come in rose gold, gold, silver, rainbow, black. They are stainless steel. I've been wearing this one for probably a year now, and it still looks good. It's got my fingerprints all over it. It's nice and shiny. And it's wonderful to know while it's around my neck that I am loved. And thank you so much, Claudia, for your kind words. I appreciate that. And there's my sister, Jody. Jody, I appreciate you so very much. I really, really do. And you got a very kind heart. And all love to you. All love to all you lions. I had just seen Jody pop in here, and she has blessed me. She sent me a box of gloves not too long ago, and I was cleaning the desktop yesterday, and I was like, picked them up and was like, Jody wanted to save my hands. I get my hands all beat up, if you can see, and they're trashed. I'm always out doing something, busting, and I'm a bleeder too. So like the dog scratched me when I took him to the vet the other day, and I had blood. I got blood dripped all over my shoe and everything. And sometimes things like that happen when I'm not wearing gloves. But thank you, Jody. You're awesome. Thank all you lions. It's wonderful. This sign was gifted to me, and I didn't know who gifted me that sign, The Quiet Journey. It's a wonderful, wonderful sign. And Robin told me, Shannon, thank you so much for gifting me that Quiet Journey sign. Little things like that, acts of love and kindness. it's so appreciated, because now I got a quiet journey sign that people can read and see in the background, which is so very, 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 very cool and loved. And yeah, wonderful, great thing. Just stories getting out. So that hater, I got to be careful not to leave hate comments, because I get worked up and I tell people straight up to go sit on something sharp and yeah. Anyway, Bubba, you need to move, because I got to get up for a second. Bubba. Yeah. Bubba's sleeping. Bubba's finally becoming friends with the kitty cat. That kitty cat has been so afraid of Bubba. Bubba is the kindest puppy, but Bubba likes to play, and she thinks that's a threat when Bubba. Yeah, even the neighbor said, I got the quietest husky around because he doesn't bark. He actually was howling last night, wanting to go for a car ride. So I took Bubba for a car ride around the block. Me and Bubba. They used to do that for me when I was little. I used to have bad stomach aches. I don't know if it was because I was poisoned or what, but don't go away, people. Hi, Bubba. Kitty's being mean. I apologize for just getting up and walking away, people. I've actually had water on my heart, so the pills I take in the morning supposed to get the water off my heart. So yeah, you all get it. But I can't thank you Lions enough. I really can't. You all are so wonderful. So many nice videos coming out. So much new information. Henry made another video. Henry likes to make videos and then sends them to me, and then I reshare them. A lot of you make videos on TikTok and Clapper and Facebook and things, and I try to reshare as many as I can. But yeah, Henry made one last night. I need to reshare. Awesome, Lions. Awesome. I love reading your comments and seeing all the hearts. But yeah, the haters have been popping up on Facebook, and they love to spout out. See, you can look at all the photos of me. They're all of me in the White House, in Life magazine, in hundreds and hundreds of books. And they're all of me up to the age of 10. That's when people within our government replaced me with John, Mr. Pretty Boy. And they also gave me the name, my sister and me, my family wanted me to be a Hollywood movie star and learn. So what they did was they gave me the name Richard Steele in Hollywood. Somebody said the other day, well, he's not Richard Steele. I just talked to Richard Steele. Well, it's called identity theft. And we'll probably be seeing Richard Steele in a court of law here soon. It costs a lot of money for lawsuits. We just filed another one, and just to file is $435. But we're filing lawsuits. Hopefully, we can make world news, and hopefully, we can make some of these criminals crawl under the rocks that they deserve to be under. Straight up. Yeah, the photos, and I do remember that. The first time when you're a child and you hold a real weapon in your hand, you remember it. And I want you all to know this. The picture of me, I've been sharing the Hells Angels protected me, and some lost their lives protecting me. I've shared that in many, many videos from the start. I've always shared my respect for the Hells Angels for doing that. And actually, yesterday, anyway, those pictures are on the real John F. Kennedy JR.com. They just posted those of me and Sonny. And I believe his name was Larry. I always called him dude, brother, or whatever. But those are on the website, the real John F. Kennedy JR. They are pictures of me with Sonny. I was told, and I believe those pictures were in the Oakland clubhouse on the wall. But I was on Facebook yesterday, and this just pisses me off because you see my little picture of me when I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I was just a little guy wearing a vest. I'm wearing a patch on my back that says Oakland, California as a child. I'm wearing a 1%er patch in the front. That was made for me. That was made for me as a child. But what gets to me is when I see a Hell's Angel and you see Donald Trump saying, even the Hell's Angels love America. Yeah. Well, my advice is to any brothers in the 81, don't support anything within our government because those people in our government, the same crime ring in that government, tried killing me. Straight up, tried taking my life. You got the cabal. They were after me, after my life. Some lost their lives. Brothers lost their lives protecting my life. The Clintons, same crime ring, declared the HA81 a criminal organization. Our government was trying to take my life. The Hells Angels were trying to protect me, and our government was declaring us the criminals. So with that said, please don't support anybody in our government that declares us criminals. Now, if Donald Trump wants to really be a man and step forward and say, hey, the Hells Angels protected the son of our former president, they are due the utmost respect for being patriots, true Americans for doing that. Until he gets up there and says that, fuck him. Straight up. Fuck them all. You want to support these people when they say you are a fucking criminal for being a proud American? Hello? Yeah, sometimes I get worked up, people. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I said what was heartfelt and what was on my heart. Did you get your package? It says delivered partial. I very well could have. You'll have to remind me. I got a package for Bubba to spray on the door of that stuff. And I got this wonderful sign, but Shannon sent me that. And I got a beautiful ring. Somebody sent me, and Robin, I got to get a truth out to this gal. This was her boyfriend's ring that passed away. She had this. She sent it to me. And look at that ring right there. That's an old ring from the 70s, along with my Hell's Angel ring right there. That's from the 70s also. But then you got my patch right there on my arm. Same dealie. I got this when I was a kid. This has been here for probably 50 years. And that was like hand done. in a friend's living room one day. Um, let's see here. I'm trying to read comments. Thank you so much. Yes, I have the utmost respect for my brothers of the Hells Angels, and some of them get a little lost with who they want to support. And like I said, supporting our government when the government declares us criminals. And you know what happened when they declared us criminals? A lot of them went to prison. Yes. So when it comes to government, demand justice for the Hells Angels and freedom for all the injustice that these fake criminals have done. Yeah. We should free all brothers of the Hells Angels. And I believe that. I do. You know, there's a few bad apples in every organization. There really is. But there's a lot of false flags also. There's a lot of false flags between the Hells Angels and rival biker organizations. And I don't call them gangs, I call them organizations. But there's a lot of false flags to bring these, because the Hells Angels are huge. The Outlaws are huge. The Bandidos are huge. But there's a lot of false flags to keep these people from uniting. You imagine if we all could unite and have peace, how powerful us patriots could really be. Yes. Justice for all. Justice for John is justice for all of us. And there's so many things. I want my story out because I want to be a spokesman. You know, there's pictures of me in a dog cage, and, you know, I was kidnapped and tortured. I was sat at a table at gunpoint, told to eat rat poison, people. Things get that hardcore at the top. And I want to be a spokesman. You know, what these people in power do to children, what these people in power and the billionaire crew, it's all the billionaire crew. It really is. All the people with Epstein, they're all put in place by the cabal. If you are a billionaire, trust me, I've seen it. You've had to commit murder to keep your billions. With that said, has Donald Trump committed murder? Yeah. Has Donald Trump committed identity theft? Stolen identity. I'm a huge example of how it is done in government, how it is done with them all. So these people in the secret societies can steal billions of dollars. They stole billions from me with the help of Donald Trump. Straight up. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But how come my story doesn't get out? How come this doesn't get out? How come they suppress me? How come there's people that ask me to come on and share my story, and then they try to prove me wrong and say, oh, I did prove him wrong. He's a fake. Really? Well, I'm still going. I'm still going, and we're gaining momentum. We're gaining alliance, and we're exposing you guys for being the fakes and the haters and the frauds and people that have been paid off and people that are probably being strong-armed by the cabal and every other thing. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I just try to share the truth. I don't like to sugarcoat it. I really, really don't. They had me do some crazy things as a child. Crazy things were done to me as a child. They really have been. They really have. Yeah. Some of these things that they did to me are just too fucked up to be sharing to you guys. Really. You'll just have to take my word. I did some really fucked up shit. Yeah. Crazy shit. So they do this to children so they don't say what happened to them. There's a lot of sick motherfuckers out there that will do that to children so they can have control, because it's all about control. And they build these children up, you know, in these freaking armies. I was never one to take shit, to not say my feelings. And hopefully, I'll be able to share my feelings to the world if we break the bubble and share my stories. And one of the hugest stories of the century is right here, thequietjourney.tv. Why can't we bust the 5,000 limit bubble? Why can't we? Well, guess what, people? I'm getting 10,000, 12,000 of these so far. People in Australia are saying, hey, can I print a bumper sticker? You please do. If you ask me if you can print a bumper sticker or make your own bumper sticker and your comment gets taken down, do it. Do it. It's all about sharing the truth and getting it out there. Well, hello, brother in Massachusetts. Please go to thequietjourney.tv. You will hear my story. If you go to the real John F. KennedyJR.com, you'll hear the story. There's links to the story. I want to build the HA up back to, I want them recognized for protecting the son of our former assassinated president and his family, his loved ones. They deserve justice for that. They deserve to be heard all around the world for the good things that they have done, and not all the false flag bullshit that our government has done to the brothers all around the world. Yeah, much love, 81. Much respect, always and forever. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much, Cindy. We got to bust their bubble, though. Just like I was saying earlier, when you type in pizza in your phone, you're going to get Domino's. You're going to get Little Caesars. You're going to get Pizza Hut. You're going to get Three Guys. All these pizza places are going to start popping up on your phone. That's the control they have over us, trying to sell us something from their massive computers. So what do they do when somebody says, we support you, John. We love you, John? What are they doing with all those comments? They're putting us all in the same category so we can only share it to each other. If you go on Facebook and you share, you're only sharing it to the few of the people that already have heard the story. That's why these are such a great idea. Pass them out, stick them everywhere that we can get them. And hopefully I'll keep sending 20 envelopes out every day with these in them so more people can bust their balls. We got to go old school. When I was in the clubhouse, when I was just a little kid, there was a sign next to the phone in the clubhouse. And it said, whatever you say on this phone, someone else is listening to you. That's the way they work. And they have expanded now that the computers are out to keep us in the bubble, not to get it out. They already in the mainstream media don't want my story out. They won't recognize us because they're part of the cabal. They're to keep us in chains, to keep us silenced. That's how they work. Anyway, I slept most of the day on and off yesterday from watching. Willie Nelson's been on my mind too. He really has. I watched 2 movies of his yesterday that just popped up on my TV. But I went to go see him in concert here a few years ago, and he was too sick because it's his birthday. Because he was too sick, he didn't show up, so I didn't get to see him. I wanted to talk to him. But as a child, I met everybody, and Willie Nelson was one of them. And actually, I, as a young man, was trying to help Willie find some crack cocaine under his kitchen table. I was sitting there looking for freaking rocks. I was. Yeah, hopefully he got off that shit. I've known so many people on that shit. But yeah, Willie got into Hollywood and the Hollywood scene, and it's a messed up fucking scene there. It really is. But anyway, I've always loved. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. Must have been some good stuff. Uh, Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Yeah, Willie's been on my mind. Anyway, happy birthday, Willie. All love. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and vent because I've seen some haters all over Facebook. And yeah. Anyway, let's bust their balls, people. Let's kick the haters in the balls. Let's bust the bubble of all the hindering and being blocked of this story, because we're gonna get it out this year. The real John Kennedy Jr. is alive. What happened to him? We're gonna expose the whole fucking crime ring. We're gonna let them follow the money trails of all the billions of dollars they stole from my loved ones, and it's gonna lead up all where they can cover it all up anyway, or at least try. But we're not going to let them try this time, are we, Patriots? We're going to be Paul Revere. And when they hit us in the head with one of their rocks, we're just going to keep getting up and sharing the story. When they take us down, we're going to be like Brenda Price and on 30 some odd accounts to try to share the story. We're going to bust them in the balls and get it out so we can expose all these rat bastards, all these fakes, all these people trying to spin the story, all these people trying to get the man that stole my identity like he's really still alive. He's dead as a doornail, but the story's still fake bullshit, trying to put him on Mount Rushmore. Jesus Christ, all the fake bullshit the Q movement's put out. Yeah, anyway, I got the true story. I got the JFK files, what really happened, people. How our government killed my father in broad daylight, killed my uncle. But not only did that, murdered my family and covered up those murders so they could steal all the fortunes with identity theft. Organized crime, that's how they make the big bucks, people, identity theft. Thank you so much, Dixie 13. I appreciate it. Let's bust them in the balls. Let's get this truth out to the world. And we are one share away from victory. Get the bumper sticker, The Quiet Journey, put it proudly on your car so people will go there and see the little movie that someone came here. They drove hours to get here. They rented a bed and breakfast to get here. They turned it into a studio. And out of the kindness of their heart, they made a video. They made a website, The Quiet Journey. They put it out there to wake people up to my truth, because they don't want it out. They didn't want one person to know this story right here, stolen identity. They didn't want one of you to know, but we're working hard to get it out. And all love, Lions. Keep roaring loud. We're going to do it this year. Yeah, even if we have to work a little harder to do it. Peace out. Have a wonderful, blessed day. And we'll catch you later on. Lions, roar with all your heart and soul. God bless you all. Peace.